I'm Robert Seidel. I'm a clinical social worker and psychotherapist practicing here in Austin, Texas. My practice involves working with adults, children, and adolescents. If there's an overall theme about my practice, I would call it, it's all about the relationship. For therapy to really work, you have to be able to tell your therapist anything and everything and know that they're not going to judge you and that they'll support you no matter what. Most people call a therapist as a last resort. In the entire time I've been practicing, no one's ever called and said, hey, I just won the lottery and I want to come in and tell you about it. Usually people have tried everything they know over and over again and nothing's worked. And they're grasping at straws, and that's when they call a therapist. What my clients can expect in therapy with me is, first and foremost, I will always clinically be acting in their best interest. My clients can also expect from me honesty, integrity, and the truth. One of the most important things a therapist can help a client with is to regain hope in their life. One of the great rewards I get out of working with people is helping them identify the kind of work or careers they really would be best suited for. I will ask them, if you could get paid to do any kind of work you wanted, what would that be? What usually brings a family into a therapist or my office is one of the family members having difficulties. Many times it's a child failing in school or getting in trouble with the police that's causing stress on the family. When that happens, I start talking with the family and the child, finding out what the problem is. It may be one of the parents has a severe alcohol or drug problem. Children have radar, so they pick up whatever's going on with their parents. And they're usually the first to what we call act out, or basically get help for their family. One thing I try to let everyone I work with know is that feelings are always okay. Acting on them may or may not be. If I'm working with someone and I find they need something that I don't have the expertise in that particular area, I make sure they get with who they need to work with and get the help they need. As a teenager, I was an amateur magician, and my first job was doing magic shows for kids' birthday parties. I use magic tricks in my work with clients, especially children and teenagers. Many times, people who feel and have always been told that they're stupid or lazy or other negative things like that, find out that in fact they have a mild learning disability or maybe even ADD or ADHD. And when they find that out and get the necessary help, their whole life turns around. My father was a family physician, and I always thought I would become a doctor too. But I came to realize I wanted to work with people and help people, and I took a vocational interest survey and put me very high in psychology and social work. So I use that same instrument that's over 80 years old with many of the people I work with, especially high school and college kids, to help them get into a career that really fits what they really want to do. The main thing I want people to know is by taking that first step, they can get relief, they can get better, they can have successful, very happy lives and relationships. It really does work. It's a cooperative effort between the client and therapist, and if both work together, the person can get better. If you're wondering if therapy might be right for you, feel free to give me a call and I'll be glad to tell you whether I think it would be helpful or not at this particular point. If you'd like to get in touch with me, the best way is to call my office at 512-473-8293.